Manganese, the invisible hero. Everything you need to know about the forgotten element. Manganese is an essential trace element that is vital to the human body. It plays a variety of important roles in the body and is involved in numerous physiological processes. Here is some important information about manganese. Functions of manganese in the body. Manganese is a cofactor for a variety of enzymes in the body and plays a crucial role in numerous biochemical reactions. It is important for energy metabolism and the formation of bones and connective tissue. Manganese supports the formation of cartilage and bone as well as wound healing and the formation of blood clotting factors. Sources of manganese. Manganese is found in a variety of foods, including whole grains, nuts and seeds, legumes, green leafy vegetables, tea, and some fruits. Good sources of manganese include whole grains such as oatmeal and whole wheat bread, nuts and seeds such as almonds and pumpkin seeds, legumes such as lentils and beans, and green leafy vegetables such as spinach and chard. Daily requirement of manganese. Daily manganese requirements vary depending on age, gender, and individual health conditions. For adults, the recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for manganese is typically about 2.3 to 2.6 mg per day for men and 1.8 to 2.0 mg per day for women. Pregnant and breastfeeding women may have increased needs for manganese and may need to take up to 2.6 to 3.0 mg per day. Health effects of manganese deficiency. Manganese deficiency is rare but can lead to a variety of health problems, including delayed growth in children, impaired bone health, impaired metabolism, and increased risk of certain diseases such as osteoporosis and arthritis. Manganese deficiency usually only occurs in people who have an extremely unbalanced diet or who suffer from certain diseases that impair manganese absorption. Health effects of excess manganese. Excessive intake of manganese from food is generally harmless, as excess manganese is usually excreted via the liver and gallbladder. However, chronic overexposure to high levels of manganese can lead to a buildup of manganese in the body, which can cause neurological problems such as memory loss, tremors, behavioral changes, and Parkinson-like symptoms. This is more common in people exposed to occupational or environmental sources of manganese. Conclusion. Manganese is an essential trace element that is crucial for a variety of physiological functions in the body. A balanced diet rich in manganese-containing foods is the best way to meet manganese needs and support optimal health. Manganese supplementation is usually not necessary and should only be done under medical supervision, especially in individuals with certain health conditions or at increased risk for manganese deficiency or excess. The most common manganese deficiency symptoms: antioxidant, important benefit, insecurity in movement, connective tissue weak and hanging, blood clotting disorders, fatty acid production is disrupted, reproductive disorders, memory performance reduced, immune deficiency, susceptibility to infections, cancer prevention, central nervous system weakened, muscle dysfunction, problems with bone formation, thyroid hormone, digestion, reduced fertility. Dosage of manganese. Regarding the intake, it is essential to consult a doctor to discuss the necessity and dosage and to perform a blood test. An overdose can cause serious damage to the body. Lots of milk is a very good source of manganese. Manganese should not be taken at the same time as iron and should be taken after meals. Manganese dosage is not usually specifically recommended, as manganese deficiency is rare and most people meet their needs for this trace element through a balanced diet. Manganese intake is mainly from food, and supplementation is usually not necessary. However, in some cases, supplementation of manganese may be necessary, especially in people with certain health problems or in special medical situations. If supplementation is necessary, it should be done under medical supervision to ensure that the dosage is appropriate and that no unwanted side effects occur. Since the recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for manganese for adults is approximately 2.3 to 2.6 mg per day for men and 1.8 to 2.0 mg per day for women. Supplementation should not significantly exceed the daily RDA unless a doctor recommends a higher dose for specific medical reasons. It is important to note that excessive intake of manganese from supplements can lead to unwanted side effects, especially when taken over a long period of time. Potential side effects of excessive manganese intake include neurological problems such as memory loss, tremors, and behavioral changes. Overall, manganese dosage should be individualized based on a person's specific needs and health status and should be done under medical supervision to ensure adequate intake and safety. Which foods contain manganese? Aronia berries, brewer's yeast, egg yolk, blueberries, cocoa, milk, beets. Smoothie recipe: mangan burner, 50 grams kale, 50 grams fresh spinach, 100 grams soybeans, 1 green apple, 1 lime, 10 grams ginger, 80 grams ripe bananas, 300 milliliters orange juice, 1 teaspoon. Cocoa without sugar, cocoa powder. Put everything together in the blender and then enjoy in a glass. Recipe: vegetable rice with spices. Ingredients for 1 serving: 50 grams rice, 10 grams fat, corn oil, 40 grams peas, chilled vegetables, 1/4 tablespoon salt, 110 milliliters of water. Preparation: briefly steam the rice in hot fat. Pour water over it. Add peas and rice and steam on a low heat until the water has completely evaporated. Recipe: various vegetables in the oven. Ingredients for 1 serving: 200 grams frozen vegetables, depending on taste. 1/4 liter vegetable broth. 1/4 stock cube with 1/4 liter water. 50 milliliters yogurt. 1 egg. 25 grams cheese. Toast cheese. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 1 pinch of salt. Preparation. Step 1. For the delicious gratin, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Step 2. Boil the vegetable stock in a saucepan. Then add the frozen vegetables. Boil briefly. The vegetables must still be firm to the bite. Strain and put in a dish. Slowly mix the yacht, egg and spices and mix over the vegetables. Sprinkle the gratin with cheese and put in the oven for 20 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the gratin on a plate and garnish with basil. Recipe: spicy vegetable soup with fried toast. Ingredients for 1 serving: 150 grams chilled vegetables, as desired. 1 liter of soup broth. 1/4 onion. 1 teaspoon oil. 1 slice of toast. 1 pinch of nutmeg. Marjoram. Thyme. Salt and pepper. 1 tablespoon butter. 1 pinch of herbs from Provence. Preparation. Step 1. Prepare the soup. In a large saucepan, sauté the onions with the oil until golden brown. Add the chilled vegetables and stir briefly. Add the soup stock and seasonings to taste. Cook on a low heat for around 20 to 30 minutes. Step 2. Preparing the toast slice. Spread butter on both sides of the toast slice. Add the herbes de Provence. Fry on both sides in a non-stick pan. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the soup in a soup bowl with the fried slice of toast. Rights and ownership notice. This audiobook is published and distributed by Testberichtinstitut LLC. All copyrights, publishing rights, distribution rights, audio rights, and related intellectual property rights for this work have been lawfully and exclusively acquired by Testberichtinstitut LLC. Testberichtinstitut LLC is the sole and unrestricted rights holder of this audiobook, including the right to reproduce, distribute, publish, monetize, and publicly perform the content on digital platforms such as YouTube. The original manuscript files, source documents, and contractual acquisition records serve as proof of lawful ownership. The original author and/or their authorized representative, Renovatio LLC, has transferred all relevant rights to Testberichtinstitut LLC in accordance with applicable copyright and publishing law. This ownership applies to all current and future uses of this work, including audio, video, and digital publications. Effective date of rights ownership: the 1st of February 2026. Any unauthorized use, reproduction, re-upload, redistribution, or claiming of this content is strictly prohibited. Copyright Testberichtinstitut LLC. All rights reserved.